So what are the best cities for digital nomads? Hey guys, I'm Trevor, and I've been a digital nomad for the past, 10 years or so. Little bit of background, I grew up in Seattle, went to high school in Idaho, and then lived in Los Angeles for my college years. So after that, I decided that since I had a dropshipping business that is location independent, that I could go travel around the world. And I haven't really traveled a whole lot. I'd been, to Mexico and stuff like that, Canada, but I wanted to go see Europe and I wanted to go see Asia. So the first thing I did was research online, best cities for digital nomads. And I also listened to what the dropshippers were saying on their YouTube channels. And a lot of the guys were saying a specific city in Thailand is really good for digital nomads, and it's called Chiang Mai. And the cool thing about Chiang Mai is that it's a small city and it's very cheap to live in, and it's a really, really cool digital nomad community there. A lot of people that do all sorts of different things from all over the world, they come together for meetups all the time out there at coffee shops and stuff like that, and they hang out and they discuss, their business, and they help each other, and it's a great community. So Chiang Mai is in northern Thailand. You can get studio apartments there for like $300 a month. You can get even like $200 a month if you don't mind, less luxury accommodations. You can pay $500 or $1,000 a month if you like really luxury accommodations. But yeah, generally speaking, wonderful city for being a digital nomad. Now, being a digital nomad is all about having some sort of online income that's location independent. So you can start a dropshipping business, or you can do like affiliate marketing, or you can do some sort of services, be like a freelancer, or you can do, YouTubing and get money through like ads and stuff like that, affiliate marketing, do a membership program, do private label products, sell on Amazon, sell in your own Shopify stores. There's so many different ways to become a digital nomad, but the truth is, first and foremost, you need a location independent income. You can even just start a work contract with your employer, become a remote worker, and that's one of the best ways to do it. If you have a job already, is just have a remote work contract, and then you just go work your hours from abroad, and you don't even need your employer to know. You just need to show up to the meetings and stuff like that. You can say you're in the US. Now, I will give you a warning that in Asia, it's on the opposite time zone as the US, so oftentimes you'll be working throughout the night. Especially like, for instance, if you like trading, you're kind of a day trader or something like that, you'll definitely be trading, at least New York session, and it's going to be starting around 11 o'clock or midnight out in Asia. And so you're gonna have to stay up late and probably work till like 3, 4, maybe 5 in the morning, sometimes 6 in the morning, and then you'll probably sleep until noon or 2 o'clock. And I did that for a long time. After Chiang Mai, I decided to explore a little bit more because my main hobby in life is skateboarding. In Chiang Mai, it's a little bit limited for skating. So I went down to Bangkok, which has a great skate scene. And Bangkok is also a huge metropolitan city. So lots of nightlife, lots of amazing places to go visit and see. Huge community there as well, lots of co-working spaces, but a lot of distractions. It is a big city, so there's a lot more pollution as well. So I decided to go travel around, and I went to Malaysia, Vietnam, lots of different areas around there, Singapore. One of the main places I decided to visit first actually was Bali, Indonesia. And Bali is an island in the Indonesian archipelago. It is in the southern hemisphere, and it's very, very nice island. Bali is really cool because it also has a very big digital nomad community, but like any island, island life and island time, the people are different over there. It's very chilled and relaxed. It's a great place to vacation. Living there long term is a little bit different though, and can be it wears you out a lot, because oftentimes when you're living in a hectic, place like Bali, Indonesia, with crazy traffic and stuff like that, it can be kind of a mess getting around. So, Chiang Mai is great. Bali, Indonesia is fantastic. You got to look up the visas. That's kind of one of the main things, because visa exemptions are usually issued for American citizens, so it makes it really easy, but they're only like usually 30, 60 to 90 days at the most. So you got to plan ahead a little bit and figure out your visa runs if you want to stay in that country, which is where you kind of cross the border and go back. Or you have to figure out a long-term visa, like a 6-month visa or something like that, and it takes an application process to do that. It really just depends on where you end up settling down and staying for longer. I realized that Bangkok and Bali were my 2 favorite places, so I ended up staying there longer. So I ended up needing to figure out that situation. And in 2019, I ran into an issue where, I went through a divorce and then, had a new partner. So instead of going back to the US at that time, I decided to stay in Bali where my new partner was. And, I had to get a long-term visa in Indonesia, and it was a pretty easy process. It cost a bit of money, of course, a few $100s for a 6-month visa, which is extendable up to 9 months. And there's a bunch of different options for that, Or, you know, if you want to get a permanent residence, you can get the Kitas. But that's more if you want to just stay there long term. So I got that an investor Kitas when I first was out there before I got married, and I got married, I transferred to a spouse Kitas. It is what it is. You gotta kind of figure out where you want to be at. There's a lot of amazing places in Europe as well that are inexpensive to live in. There's a lot of great places in the US to be in. There's, you know, cities all over the world that are awesome, but some of the cheapest ones are Chiang Mai and Bali, Bangkok, Ho Chi Minh City, you know, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and in Portugal, they got a few really inexpensive areas as well. Barcelona is a bit more expensive, but there's a lot more, you know, amazing, you know, life out there as well. So it just depends where you want to go. But those are my favorites. That's my experience. That's what I've done. I hope this helps you, because when you're researching, you're really trying to figure out like what is the best place to start, and then after that you kind of figure out what are more options, and then after that you kind of figure out which one you like the most and which one you want to settle down in, and then you got to figure out the long-term visas in that place. You know, and then, you know, maybe you get homesick and just want to come back into the States and then settle down in a certain city or something. For me, that happens to be Los Angeles, because the skateboarding industry is out there, and there's so many people and, you know, so many places to skate that it's pretty much my favorite city in the US. That doesn't mean I'll be there the rest of my life. I mean, who knows, you know, I love to be there. So I'm probably gonna, you know, get a place there. And so digital nomad lifestyle is just all about, you know, getting an online business going, you know, and then figuring out how to do the best you can with it. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions about specific stuff, feel free to comment below and send me an email, trevor@ecommerceparadise.com, and I'm happy to help. See you guys out there.